Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at parallel structure on the SAT Writing and Language section. As always, we're going to be going through 5 questions, explaining each one of them to find the intricacies of this topic so that you can ace the SAT Writing section. If you like these videos or found them informative, please be sure to like and subscribe. And with that, let's get started on our first question. Here it is. George is neither witty nor can deliver jokes, but somehow he got his own late-night comedy show. This is about parallel structure. So what is parallel structure? Parallel structure means that when you have words in a list, right? Like witty nor something, right? You have witty and whatever is going to be the something after nor has to be of the same part of speech. So witty nor can deliver jokes or can deliver, that's not the same, right? Or answer choice B, he's a good joke teller. That doesn't work. Witty nor delivers. Witty and delivers, that's the same part of speech. That works out. And witty and good at delivering, nah. Alright, so this is our answer. Hello and welcome. Today we're looking at parallel structure on the SAT Writing and Language section. As always, we're going to be going through 5 questions. We're going to explain each one and find the intricacies of this topic so that you can ace the SAT Writing section. If you like these videos or find them informative, please be sure to like and subscribe. And with that, let's get started on our first question. Here it is. Due to new federal regulations, international travelers must consent not only to a fingerprint scan, but also are agreeing to a retina exam. So, also, we say must consent not only to a fingerprint scan, but also to a retina exam, right? That keeps the same part of speech, which is what parallel structure really is. Parallel structure is just a fancy way of saying that when you put things in a list, or when you put things in the same sentence that are like trying to add on to each other, then you have to keep them in the same part of speech. Have to a fingerprint scan, a retina exam. That's the same part of speech, so it's just going to be but also to a retina exam. Get rid of the underlined portion and move on to the next question. According to Dr. Thomas Fingar, a speaker at the Council for Foreign Relations in 2008, the intelligence community should not only develop a list of high-priority questions, but also are advising the collector on the best way to obtain the answers. Alright, so this word develop is going to be the first one, and develop has to be the same part of speech as whatever goes right here in our advising. So should not only develop a list of high-priority questions, but also advise the collector on the best way to obtain the answers, as advise and develop are the same part of speech. The answer is advise here, and we can move on to the next question. Alright, Cannery Row, a novel by John Steinbeck, depicts the unpredictable and often troubling decisions of several characters as they attempt, fail, and finally, after working hard, succeeding in throwing a party. So we have attempt, fail, and then here we have succeeding, which doesn't make sense. Neither of these end with an A. Attempting, failing, right? That's not how it works. Attempt, fail, succeed. So our answer is going to be succeed. And we can move on. 3 of the most important personal qualities for anyone who desires a career in consumer service are humility, good manners, and possibly more important, having a well-developed sense of humor. So you have humility, and you have good manners, and you have a well-developed sense of humor. Those three qualities are the same structure, so we can get rid of this having part and delete that part. All right, here we have the Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP, one of the largest regional trade agreements ever negotiated, generated both praise and controversy for its approach to addressing environmental problems, redefining trade relations, and synthesizing the diverse interests of the 12 involved countries. Address ing, redefine ing, synthesize ing, that is the same structure, so our answer is just going to be no change. Alright, so as you can see, thorough structure really just has to do with keeping the same part of speech for everything in a list. It's not very hard to see. Either you have like the ing on the end, or you have an ed on the end, or if you had each one of them is like going to be like to a verb or just a verb. Right? It's not very hard to figure out. Just see which one matches the structure, and that's it for this topic on parallel structure, and I'll see you next time.